Well, welcome back. This is my second installment, and trying to figure out what my appropriate lengths of videos are going to be to keep a captive audience. As I roll into this second one after the introductory video, if you watch that, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time checking out the channel, my name is Rich Cass. I'm the Department Chair for Construction Management and Technology Program at Fox Valley Tech. And this is Drive It Home. And I talked about Drive It Home being a descriptor of when I'm going to be speaking to you. So talking to you on my drive, my commute. Also referencing the Drive It Home as an instance of driving home information, right? Being able to make it stick. And I also want to add in the analogy that I didn't throw in the first one, which is that in construction, driving it home could be referencing driving a nail home. So when you're framing and you've got that 16 penny nail and you're hammering it in and you finally set that head, that's really driving that nail home. So it takes on a lot of different meanings. So I kind of like the name and how it sticks. Hope you're going to enjoy this as well. Thought I'd take a few moments in this episode to talk to you about my career and how I got to where I am real briefly. So I had attended University of Wisconsin-Platteville I got my undergraduate degree in building construction management, and that degree was not the degree that I started off in school in, and I'm probably going to spend an episode talking about trying to figure out college and things like that. But I graduated from UW-Platteville with an undergraduate in construction management, or building construction management was the technical term for it, and did start my first career job in project management for a general contractor down in the Atlanta area. So I'll spend some time in future episodes talking about my time there. So I was working there, actually moved back to Wisconsin in 2001. My wife and I had started our family, and if you're all aware of the 9/11 happenings, and we really felt it was time to move back home. So we had moved back to Wisconsin to be closer to family. I took a job with Johnson Controls, which I had actually interned with Johnson Controls in college. They had agreed to hire me back in a different capacity, but I came back as a project manager running large commercial and institutional projects for them. From there, I did a very small stint with a company called HK Systems. Now, HK Systems has been since renamed, and I was with them for 9 months. So I'm guessing I'll probably spend some time talking about my time at HK at some point and sharing some stories there. And then from there, I actually reconnected some roots and went to work for a company called Continental Properties, which is a developer, and got some real exposure as a true construction manager on the development side, where I was able to take projects from design all the way through completion, and kind of step away from the general contractor role so much and more look at it from an owner-developer standpoint. So gave me a very broad perspective on the project management side of things. I at that point, it was 2009. Our economy wasn't doing well. I did have a calling to go into teaching, and actually was hired on at Fox Valley Tech to continue the development of the construction management program. So it was a brand new program. It was the first of its kind in the state as an associate degree. So I was forging new territory, able to develop the program. And now I'll talk to you in episodes about the development of the program and why it looks the way it does, and why we have handled our student learning the way that we have to try and more emulate the actual real world construction environment. So I have been with Fox Valley Technical College since 2009, working the entire time as the department chair. I was the sole instructor for many years, working with some adjunct faculty, and then several years ago, I'd have to recall the date, we did hire, actually one of our alumni came through the system, and she was hired on as our second full-time faculty member. So kind of some neat transitions through the program. While I was teaching, because I'm in education, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say push, but encouragement to get or advance your education. And while working, I did attend and graduate from University of Wisconsin Stout with a master's degree in construction management. So from a schooling perspective, that's kind of where I'm at. From a work perspective, that's where I'm at. A lot of exposure and a lot of diversity in my experience. Not so much in my education, but I'll talk about some of my auxiliary experiences that I've had through just working in general as a carpenter and in construction, as well as the time I did in the fire service. And this was during I was a volunteer firefighter and EMT, so a lot of that dovetails into some of my leadership experience as well as building construction when it comes to the fire service and kind of the science behind that. So kind of giving you an idea of who I am, where I've been in my career track, and kind of to close that out, that's where I am today, and really wanting to share a lot of that knowledge over that time. And we'll also get into some of the preceding activities as well. So what really got me and led me to University of Wisconsin-Platteville to start college there, what kept me there, and some of the challenges that I may have had along the way and successes that I've had along the way as well. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.